Hey everyone, JagTagger93 here, back again with a Doom mod to play through. I don't think we're going to get through the entire thing, it's a multi-map one, but this one looks really interesting, and as an old Nickelodeon fan, as a lot of us 80s babies, 90s kids were, I just had to check this one out. It's based on Legends of the Hidden Temple. It's called Legends of the Hidden Tech, and it comes to us by the Doomer Boards community, so shout out to them. They do some great work, and they're always looking for mappers and map testers. Link to their stuff in the description below. Really excited to get this one underway. The README file is very interesting too. I'm just going to read this real quick. In the README file, the description of the WAD states that, quote, the hottest Mesoamerican sci-fi game show in the Ultraverse just got a new contestant, I guess us. But this ain't no Price is Right. If you want to win big prizes, you have to fight your way through ancient ruins, mysterious tombs, not so tranquil lakes, and demonic areas. Don't worry though, whether you live or die, it's for a good cause. Entertainment! Legends of the Hidden Tech is a 9-map episode for the limit-removing ports made by members of the Doomer Boards during February 2019. The set features 7 regular maps, 1 monsterless progression stopper, and a very special bonus map from Super Cupcake Tactics. Watch out for those cameras too, they just might be key to uncovering some Easter eggs. So I'm guessing there might be some cameras or some panels we probably have to destroy, and they may help us get to that secret map that was mentioned there, or something else. Really excited to get this one underway. It looks like a lot of care went into it. We got a flashing Olmec head right there. I'm going to do this one on Hurt Me Plenty though, because I'm not sure what to expect. Alright. Interesting. So if we're a contestant, hey, there's a camera. Hearing a buzzing, so yeah, okay. If we're a contestant, that must mean this must be the waiting area. Now, I remember reading, and by the way, I'm in the middle of a book called Slimed, which is a very interesting book about Nickelodeon Studios and Nickelodeon at the height of its popularity and what it was like to be on the ground floor behind a lot of those shows for a lot of those children actors and people writing the shows and shooting them. But anyway, I remember reading that the waiting area for kid contestants was very interesting. There were a lot of arcade machines, there were snacks. It was a great hangout if you were a kid in the 90s. Only problem is that kids would be asked to wait there for, well, basically, if I remember correctly, hours. And if you're a kid and you're waiting for hours, it feels like days. It feels forever. So it must feel like you actually are in prison. And looks like that's our waiting area. Prison cell. I find it very interesting. So, yep, Legends of the Hidden Tech, live episode. Every live episode. Wow. New episode live today. My dyslexia just kicking in there. Apologize, guys. Alright, I can dig it. So it said 28 enemies, which is really small for a Doom map, but makes a lot of sense from a progression standpoint. You know, this map is here just to introduce us to the overall theme of what's to come. Saw a soul sphere there, that's nice. Alright, hey, another camera. Come on, there we go. Okay, prime time is that way, but it looks like we're not quite ready for prime time yet, so auditions is this way. Alright. Alright, so I'm guessing this was kind of a trial area, testing to see our skills before we move into prime time. Looks like there's some other contestants that didn't quite make it. Now, like I said, this map is based on, I'm assuming, Legends of the Hidden Temple. Ow. I was hoping I can get away there, but there were bar theirs. But Legends of the Hidden Temple. And I remember really enjoying the game show back in the day. My favorite team, there were different teams that the kids were on, based after different animals, different colors. My favorite team was always the Silver Snakes, because snakes are awesome. But, I keep taking stuff to the face. But, yeah, it was very, very interesting. Each episode was based around a certain legend or myth, many of which actually came from, the real world. Some of them were made up just for the show, though. But the kids would have to answer the questions about the myths and legends, and there'd be games that they would play. Some of the games would involve, actual platforming, jumping from ledge to ledge, and athletics. So I'm anticipating seeing some of that in this WOD. I hope it's not too bad, because you guys know how I am with my first-person platforming. Not too good. And then at the end of each episode, they would go to the Hidden Temple, which would be a huge labyrinth. Okay, maybe it wasn't that big, but to a kid it seemed huge. A huge labyrinth of corridors, mazes, traps, and you'd have these temple guardians creeping around, waiting to snatch a kid, as creepy as that sounds, and pull him outside. If a kid had a medallion with them, I think it was like a pendant of protection or something like that, which they can find hidden throughout. It would protect them from one of the guardians, but I read some things about Legends of the Hidden Temple, and it didn't always seem like it was on the up and up. Some things seemed really cheap. Like, there was instances where a child would go into one room, encounter a temple guardian, use their one and only pendant on the temple guardian so they could keep playing, move on to the next room, and boop, another temple guardian appears. I've never seen a kid try to square up with a temple guardian, though. I think that would have been hilarious if a kid tried to, hit one in the nuts, or just bolt. But no, I never saw that happen. Alright. Okay, we're on the air. Cool. Alright, I like the touches here. Actually, we got an audience as well. A captive audience. Love it. I'm trying to kill him, of course. But don't think we can. We missed that soul sphere, but you know what? Never mind. I'm not going to bother. Yeah, really large area, and I guess that's our big Olmec head, and he's gonna tell us what's up, I guess. Oh, cool. Yeah, we got Doom Guy Kirk Fogg over there. Right next to the statue head that is Olmec. Awesome. Alright. What's next? The stone marker. Is that our story for the day? Alright. I'm guessing, early in the show, after the contestants are introduced, they tell a story. And I'm guessing if we're doing Legends of the Hidden Temple, I'm not sure how close this WOD is sticking to the game show, but I'm going to pretend that we're playing through the story that's being told to the contestants right now. I'm guessing. Alright, let's get this one underway. Yeah, so far this map is playing much more closely to a typical Doom map. Nice! Super shotgun already. Alright, cool. Alright, looks like we just bumbled over to the exit, which is this here. another camera. I keep seeing these black panels. I'm not sure what purpose they serve. I guess just a little reminder that we're on a set, actually. Maybe. I feel like something should appear there. Maybe if we knock out all the cameras in a map, something will appear there. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Alright, got a little confused where we were going, but I saw the shells that weren't collected, so... The old breadcrumb tactic. If I see items that aren't collected that we desperately need, means we haven't been there yet. Alright, yes, cool. And there's a red door over there, but we need our red key. One thing that's really weird too that I read about Legends of the Hidden Temple and other Nickelodeon game shows, and I don't understand why, if it's true, but I didn't read this in the book. I read this, by the way, the book again, I'm gonna have it pop up here. It's called Slimed, definitely check it out. But anyway, what I read was, and again, not in the book, but in an article, but it seems right, is that with the Nickelodeon game shows, you know how at the end they would win a prize, a big prize. I read that in reruns they would change the prizes for some reason. I'm guessing, I guess that makes sense actually now I think about it, because the prizes are kind of like advertisements, and obviously advertisers would change with Nickelodeon or a television station as the years go by, so I guess that makes sense, but it's still kind of depressing because I love seeing the old school awards, you know, those for example those Schwinn bicycles I remember, or those really clunky computers that kids were always excited to get, or cassette decks as well. Very fun, or a trip to Busch Gardens. And I think I remember too a few times where kids won a trip to Nickelodeon Studios or Universal Studios in Orlando, Florida. And I always found that very odd because they're already there. So, yeah, and you know, I hope the kids are having fun. I hope it wasn't all work. One thing I did read about was that the child actors from Nickelodeon, it was a very insular kind of environment. The kids really were not allowed to live a normal, or not, I shouldn't say not allowed, weren't really able to live a normal life if they were doing the full rotation of different shows. You know, oftentimes Nickelodeon would reuse children actors or child actors for different shows and different voice work. And I guess that kind of sucked for them because they were always really busy, but as a 90s kid, I really liked it because you got to know these kids and they always seemed like they were up to something a little new or different. It was always cool recognizing a familiar face. It was almost like, you know, as sad as it sounds, almost like having another friend, you know, but a friend that like everyone knew. Like, so it just seemed more like a friend. Like, you know, if you go to school and there's a kid named Bill, and in your class everyone knows Bill, and then you go to school and you talk about, for example, Pinsky, who was a Salute Your Shorts character. I think he joined like on season 2. You mentioned Pinsky, and of course everyone in your class knows who Pinsky is, so it's kind of an interesting thing. It was like, I can't really quite explain it. Maybe I'm babbling. I'm babbling because I'm not really sure where the hell to go. Come on, where are we going? We went there, okay. I feel like that's new, maybe. So... yeah, okay, breadcrumbs, awesome. Alright, and that's another camera down. Cool. So now we can head to that blue door, which I believe is the exit. If I can remember where it is. I have a terrible, terrible memory. That's really cool, that structure over there. I wonder if we can get over there. Ow. Not sure what that is, or even if that's necessary, if it's just decoration, but it looks really cool, that pyramid there. And I really like, too, how there's monitors there. You see that? Or panels, like tech-looking panels on the side there. So it is an Aztec-like structure, but they're putting in little things. They're not overdoing it, but little things that are from like a modern world. So again, the idea being this is not really a Mesoamerican environment, but a Mesoamerican environment that, or actually a studio, a television studio made to look like a Mesoamerican environment. Another camera I just noticed up to our 10 o'clock. Alright. Go. Mr. Goat. Taking over our bullets. Was that it? Yeah, that's all the enemies. Huh. Didn't find a single secret though. I'm a little disappointed. And I really want to know what that's about, so... I wonder. Alright, awesome. And then, does that lead us anywhere? Nice, okay, cool. Unfortunately, it doesn't lead us any closer to that. What's it? And that's really what I want to know. Alright, I'm just gonna no-clip over there. Come on, ID clip. Alright, not sure what was going on with my fingers there. Okay, maybe it's just, maybe it really is just decoration, but man, it looks cool. Wonder what's on over here. Oh, okay, we fall off the set. Yeah. Okay, I guess this isn't a secret. I guess it really is just decoration. But man, it's nice decoration. I love it. You know, the tech wiring made to look like blood, but it isn't actually blood, so it's really neat. Okay. Bullets, yes. Now let's head for that exit. Heading on down to the exit. Okay, cool. And I'm gonna end it here, guys. Next time we'll pick up with a little more of Legends of the Hidden Tech, maybe 2 more maps, depending how long they are. I don't know, I like keeping my videos not too long. If they're around 20 or so minutes, I'm happy. Maybe a little over, that's fine. I don't want to go on and on and on. So, very interesting for what we're seeing so far. I'm really excited to see where this map goes. I'm hoping we're finding all the cameras. And, you know, huge shout out again to the Doomer Boards community. Great stuff and really cool idea with the theme, actually. We've seen so many maps in Doom and Quake and others where it's Aztec themed or Mesoamerican themed, but no one ever thinks about the game show with that theme of Legends of the Hidden Temple. So that's a really cool idea. I'm really excited. And again, shout out to my sponsors as well. Ion Storm and Daikatana. Okay, all bullshit aside, there was a recent patch I read for Daikatana. Recent, 2019, about a month ago, and I'm really happy to read about that. I was playing Daikatana pretty regularly in 2018, but then people were playing online, just kind of stopped after a while. So I thought maybe the game was actually now completely dead, but I just read that there was a new patch released, so I'm going to go and fire that up and see what that's about, see if there's any new changes to the game. If you haven't played Daikatana, though, seriously, do it. It's definitely in a playable form with all the patches that have been released, but I'm rambling. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. This is Jag Tagger93 signing out. You have a good one.